Wisconsin Congressman Scott Fitzgerald, who sits on the House Small Business Committee. Congressman, thanks for being on the program. Are the people of your state of Wisconsin and the people of America in general buying this spin by the White House and, of course, their allies in the mainstream media on what a recession is?
No, Todd, when I'm back in the district and when you talk to people, they're hurting right now. You know, it's obviously the gas price, but beyond that, what they're seeing at the grocery store, certainly I think what they're experiencing, it just doesn't match up with what the White House is trying to sell. Jared Bernstein and his comments about, listen, you should be happy that gas has come down 74 cents. It's comments like that, I think, that show that there's a real disconnect between where the president is and where the White House and his spokespersons are compared to where the reality is.
Congressman, Wall Street Journal editorial board had this to say yesterday. President Biden inherited a growing economy primed to roar back from the pandemic, and in barely a year and a half has dragged America back to the 1970s. The best word for what we have now is stagflation, the ugly combination of slow growth and rapidly rising prices. This is what the policy mix of trillions in federal spending, heavy regulation, the threat of higher taxes, and easy money has wrought. Time to do the opposite, they say. Only problem there is the president wants to double down on those poison pills, extra spending in this reconciliation bill to the tune of billions of dollars, also a corporate tax hike. So if this bill passes, what happens to the economy and when will we feel those effects?
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal nailed it. I mean, basically what they're describing is what, unfortunately, Schumer and Manchin have now cut a deal on, which is to pour more cash into the economy. It's simply going to have the opposite effect. We're going to see inflation go right through the roof. And then later on, they're going to say, well, it was worth it because it was under the guise of the environment and doing better when it comes to the environment. Again, something that the American people aren't going to feel. And I think it's going to show up in November when people go to the polls. I mean, I think the Democrats are going to have to take the responsibility for what's going on right now.
And Congressman, real quick, do you think that bill is going to pass?
Right now, I would trust Senator Cotton and some of the other members that are looking at the numbers a little bit closely. It seems like it's still kind of up in the air.
Interesting. I think you have to also pay attention to the salt. That's taken off a lot of the tri-state area here, individuals, senators,
salt tax
and Congress.
For the rich people.
Right, but we'll see what happens. The White House seems to be pinning its hopes, if you listen closely, on the jobs market. That's sort of their main defense when they get attacked on this. Isn't that a dangerous strategy, though, Congressman, with cracks in the quote-unquote robust job market beginning to show?
Listen, it doesn't match up, again, with what's going on, I think, across the nation. If you talk to employers right now, they're looking for workers. They're looking for anybody that will even do on-the-job training when it comes to truck drivers or certainly light manufacturing, whatever it might be. I mean, it just doesn't match up. The White House message is completely out of sync with what's going on across America right now.